This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm in Belfast today for the press conference. I'm joined by Frank Warren. How are you doing, Frank?
I'm good. How are you doing?
All good. Looking forward to a big card on a Saturday night.
So am I. It's looking really good. You know, we've only got 500 tickets left now. And I'm sure they'll go very quickly, and we're going to have a sellout, and it's going to be just a great event for Belfast. We've got some good fights on there. We've got a special attraction in Tyson Fury in his second comeback fight. Deontay Wilder's going to be at ringside. Josh Warrington's going to be at ringside. Carl Frampton in a good fight. An important fight for him that he's got to come through. Paddy Barnes fighting Rosales for that title. Tough fight. And a great undercard. So it's going to be a fantastic night.
Yeah. Okay, let's get straight into it. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about Deontay Wilder fighting Tyson Fury. Obviously, Tyson's got to come through on Saturday night. Why, in your opinion, do you think you've been able to negotiate with their team so quickly, but Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua haven't?
Because they both parties want the fight to happen. Both parties agreed to money, and both fighters want to fight each other. Simple as that.
I think last time I saw an interview with Coogan, you said it's 96% done. What are we at now?
Well, we're at 99.999% done, but we're 100% undone because we've got Pianetta in there who can absolutely ruin it all. So until Tyson gets that one out of the way, we've got nothing.
Obviously, in his last fight with Sefer Severi, some people were saying it was a bit farcical, etc. What was sort of your comment on that?
Well, you look, first of all, there was a height disparity, but that happens in boxing. Boxing's not about who's the biggest guy. This guy, Pianetta's, I think, about an inch shorter or 2 inches shorter than Tyson. He's a big lump. You know, Tyson in the first couple of rounds was playing up to the crowd and messing around, and at the end, the other guy didn't want to know. That happens. He's been out of the ring for 2 years, 7 months. You know, it wasn't a world title fight. I've never made any claims before. I said this is a fight that we're making to get him back into fight, get him into fight mode, get him into the frame of wanting to be back in the ring, and that's where we got to. So now that's gone, that's dead, that's yesterday. We're now on to the one coming up on Saturday, which is very important. If he comes through that, now we've got a massive fight.
Eddie Hearn's come out and said that when he was speaking to Tyson, he wasn't interested in these fights. He wasn't even interested in Dillian White, Tony Bellew for this stage. What's changed in Tyson's thinking? Well,
that is what Eddie Hearn says. What Eddie Hearn says, he didn't want to sign Tyson because he didn't want to fight big fights. That was after he signed with me. He then also said a couple of weeks, or was it a week ago? He said Tyson, it's too soon for him. He shouldn't be having these type of fights. He should be fighting easier fights for his confidence. That was what he said, which is absolutely 100% different than what he was saying before. But the fact of the matter is, who cares what he says? It's what we say what counts. We're doing what counts. And you've got two fighters, you've got to get Pianetta out of the way. If he gets him out of the way, then we're in a position where you've got two guys who are fighting each other, and one of them will become the number one heavyweight in the world.
Let's move up to the top of the bill. Carl Frampton, obviously another sort of not top level fight, but a fight that he has to win against Luke Jackson and look good. And as you said, Josh Warrington will be ringside. So will that be the next fight for Carl?
Carl's got to come for a fight. Luke Jackson's been making a lot of comments lately on social media. He fancies the job. He feels that Carl's slipping. I don't think that's the case, but that's what he's saying. And the bottom line is Josh will be there. They're two guys who want to fight each other. So hopefully we may be able to make that happen. We will see.
What about the Oscar Valdez fight? Is that a possibility as well now?
They're all possibilities, but what do the fans want to see? Oscar Valdez or see Josh Warrington against Carl Frampton? It's a no-brainer.
Stadium fight as well.
Yeah, it's a big fight. It's a big fight, yeah. And one that we will do our best to make. Can you keep it down over there?
A word on Paddy Barnes as well, WBC title shot.
Not disturbing you, are we? That's all right.
Don't worry.
I've just done a 10-minute. I've got to start again now.
No, you're all right. Yeah, right. Just a word on Paddy Barnes, WBC title shot.
He's got a tough fight. I mean, here's a guy, we talk about upsets and so forth. Rosales went to Japan and caused a major upset. He was a big underdog out there and he came back with a belt. So now Paddy's fighting this guy. It's a tough fight for him. He's only had 5 pro fights. I mean, that is a big call. But Paddy wanted it. He's up for it. And fingers crossed he'll come through it.
Yeah. And just lastly, obviously Billy Joe Andrade reached a deal. That's all set for Boston, I think, in October.
Yeah.
Will you be attending the presses?
It depends what day they're on, but I'll certainly be at the fight with my man, that's for sure, which is the main thing, and the press conference before the fight for it, of course I will. It's all about the fight, that's all that matters. As long as Billy Joe shows up, and as long as Andrade's there, we got a good fight there, and I want to get that one out of the way, and then Bill can move on to even bigger things.
Yeah, if Billy Joe does come through that in a very tough fight against Andrade, winner of Canelo v Golovkin in that rematch next?
Could be there, yeah, we will see. Again, let's keep our fingers crossed and see what we can do. We tried very hard to make it, but through no fault of ours or Bill's, it just wasn't to be because of the various things that happened with Canelo and Golovkin, with the debatable decision, with the drug situation. It's just pushed it all back, so it wasn't to be.
And that will be on BT pay-per-view, I'm hearing, Canelo Golovkin.
I don't know what they're doing with it yet. You'll have to wait until they make an announcement on that one. But we also doing it. We got the purse bid. Purse bid was out there for the guy, the final eliminator for Kid Galahad, and the purse bid was won for that.
Okay.
So we won that one, us and the American promoters. So we'll be announcing that soon. Kid Galahad, as you know, with Matchroom, they didn't even show up for it and put a bid in.
Okay, top man, Frank, thanks for your time. Exciting times with Deontay and Josh Warrington at ringside on Saturday. We look forward to seeing you at Windsor Park. But for now, thank you, Frank.
Cheers, mate.